I am working. It's about a little after 2. There's several things I wanted to say. She is like a child. I get on the phone. Maisie, bring it to me. Maisie, bring it. Drop it. Good. You don't get anything. I'm not giving you... Anyway. Good girl. But I'm not giving you anything because you stole it. Like last night. Pete takes his socks off. He tries to hurry before she notices because she takes my socks off. She thinks she should take his socks off. She's looking for something else to grab. So last night, he takes his socks off. He's got it in his hand. She grabs it, brings it to me because she wants to exchange it for a treat. Yeah. Didn't happen. She always gets a treat for a job well done. So, I think just yesterday she caught on to the concept of that I have 2 phones. You know. Alright. So there were several things I wanted to say before I forgot. That's why I'm here. One thing. I got rid of a bunch of subscriptions that I was following on YouTube for people that probably don't watch me and or don't post hardly ever. What do you think of my new ringtone? I'll be back. Okay, he's going to call me back, so you might hear chirping again in a minute. Last year I did a circus theme, and I had you know, and I had all kinds of circusy ringtones for the technicians and for friends, for family, you know, whatever, they all have their ringtones. This year I picked an animal theme, and in the morning I have a rooster crow, which is really appropriate, but the Bugman owners, Bob and Don, they both have a rooster crowing, and it turns into music, so it's really upbeat and happy and positive. And then I have the crickets for the phone calls, because interestingly enough, on really hot days, or days I haven't had enough sleep, or days that are way too busy when I'm a little on the crabby side, hard to believe, I know, the phone ringing just makes me want to throw it. I find the crickets are very calming. They don't bother me when they start chirping. It's all good. Anyway, and so forth. Bug Pam has her own ringtone. House Pam has her ringtone. My sister, my husband, my daughter, you know, they all have their own ringtones. Those are mostly the people I talk to on the phone. Everybody else either texts or, text, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much all I do. I love texting. It's so much nicer than the phone ringing. But anyway, what was I going to say? I don't remember what I was saying. I'll be back when I think of it. I may have to review about subscriptions. So, I've gathered over time subscriptions to people on YouTube that, because I liked one video or whatever, those are all gone. I really want to cut back because there are some people that I want to add now. One of them is, of course, Sue from Real Brits of New York. I've missed her. I've thought of her a lot since I cut back on my vlogging, and so she's got to be back on the team. I mean, just got to be. Let's see. There's a few others, and of course, you know, now I can't think of them. But what else I wanted to tell you about? Pete is sick. This morning he told me that his back was hurting so badly that he was throwing up. I tend to believe it's the other way around, that he's throwing up, and because he's sick, and because it hurts to throw up when you have arthritis in your spine, and when you get sick and you start the inflammatory processes, when your body's trying to fight stuff off, arthritis feels a lot worse. So I think it's the other way around, but he's been real sick today. He's sitting in the living room with a face mask on, and he can't keep anything down. So I offered to let him come in the bedroom, and then I'd move out there, but he's still out there. Also, he's freezing. He's got it really warm out there, and the bedroom is pretty chilly until late afternoon when the sun starts coming in over here, and then it gets really hot. What else? There was that. There was a subscription thing. There was like 5 things. I should have written them down. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to come back again. I'm going to go back and work on... I'm going to watch some vlogs while I work on this this tablet here. I'll show it to you. It's so heavy. It's just a regular tablet, you know, but it's heavy. You can see it's really thick. All those things on it. And this big thing sticking out the back. And I can't do it and hold the phone at the same time. It's a DVD player. It opens up so you can put a DVD or CD or whatever in. And then, of course, you can see it's got legs, like a stand, so you can set it down at an angle. Speakers. It's got a speaker there and 2 speakers on the bottom. You can see the round one on each end. This thing has great sound for being but it weighs a ton. Maybe this great speakers are good or for that reason. But I'll tell you one thing, this thing is heavy and this thing is bulky and thick, fat, you know. My other one that's broken didn't have the DVD player on it. So anyway, I'm just adding stuff onto it again, but when I think of this stuff, I'm going to have to pick this up and record immediately so I don't forget it again, but I'll see you then. Bye. Hi guys, this is something else I wanted to tell you about, one of the other things. I came across it yesterday morning. Facebook put an ad. I've been looking at mobility, you know, scooters and stuff, and so they put this ad up on my feed. It's a combination between a scooter, a bike, or a walker, or something. But the whole point is you can sit on the seat. It helps bear your weight. You can adjust the seat so it would help with my spine. It's made apparently so that it doesn't cause additional pressure or whatever. But anyway, you walk with it. It doesn't have pedals. You can walk, but it holds your weight, which is amazing to me. And I thought, wow, this is what, you know, why didn't we ever think of this sooner? So it's kind of like a walker in that it helps support your weight and steadies you and everything. This would be like such a much better solution. So I was really excited about it, but let's see. Yeah, but that. So I ran with it and I started looking up walking bikes, seated scooters. I went to a dozen probably different mobility aid sites. I started looking at everything, and a lot of things were simply too big and heavy for Pete or I to get in and out of the car. Pete's not supposed to be lifting now that he has the, you know, arthritis in his spine too, so he's not supposed to be lifting. We need something light, not with a car battery on it or anything. And I don't really need a car battery. I don't need an electric anything. I just need something that will help keep my legs, help keep me up, basically, and take some of the pressure off my spine, which I do when I lean, you know, kind of hang onto the handlebars. Anyway, that is exciting. So I spent the whole day yesterday looking at sites, trying to find something similar that would not be that expensive. And so this morning I found this, which is a seat, a gel padded seat for steerable knee scooters. And the scooter that it goes on is this one. It will takes place of the knee rest. You put a seat on instead, which you can raise and lower. And that's an all-terrain one. Very solid. And that's exactly what I need. It's 26 pounds in total, which is not horrible. But yeah, that's it. If I can use that, my feet can still propel me. So I'm pretty stoked about that. And let's see. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, that was one other thing I wanted to show you, and I'll be back when I think of any of the other ones. It is 8:54. Just finished the birds. Didn't eat because my stomach was a little squeamish and I was getting a headache, so I was a little worried about getting what Pete's got because every time he moves today he throws up. I don't know what he's got left in his stomach actually, but anyway, so he's got it rough today. And I just in case I didn't want to have anything in my stomach, worked today. Got more calls than yesterday, but not as many as Monday. They're still saying we're going to have snow tonight, so we'll see. But like they said, it's going to melt fast. But I haven't looked at the... Oh! I can look at the weather. Hang on. I got some texts here from my friend Heidi. I just love reading her texts. Snow at 2:45 a.m. That's what they tell you. They know it's probably 2:48.5, but we'll see. They might be wrong. It's 41 out. Let's see. It's going to be a high of 41 on... Well, that was today. High of 41 tomorrow and a low of 39. Then it's going to be back up in the 50s. So I'm not quite sure. You know, even if we get snow, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. So I just wanted to say goodnight. There were still things I wanted to tell you about. I'm pretty excited about the whole, it's not exactly a walker. It's not exactly a scooter. Mobility aid. I'm pretty excited about that because Maisie and I will be able to take long walks again. And, you know, I'm excited about all that. And I'll be able to do longer walks like when we're shopping or, you know, if we go to the fair in the summer, you know, whatever. So I'm pretty excited about all that. If it works out as I trust that it will, but all of the reviews say that it did for them. My big concern is that Maisie's going to go, I have a harness on. She's on wheels. Let's go. I'll still use my walker for some things, like when I go to the VA with Pete or when I go to church, because I set the walker in front of me and use the seat like a desktop, like for taking my notes at church or reading the words for the songs or whatever. I keep that in front of me. And at the VA, when I go with Pete, usually there's a lot of waiting involved for me, so I usually set up my computer or tablet or whatever I have on it as a desk. I'm just hoping it all works out real well. I won't be able to get it till next month either. I got to get a couple paychecks under my belt. But excited. So that's it for the day. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll have to give you a weather report when I get up and see what actually transpired. And hope you guys all had a happy hump day. And have a great Thursday. Take care. God bless, and good night.